Right, so now we're comparing numbers and we're going to make them into a ratio so that we can compare them. So let's have a look at what we mean. First one says, write each comparison as a ratio in the simplest form. So your quest is to change these numbers into a ratio. So you're given 0.4 and 1.8. Now, we don't want decimals in a ratio, we want whole numbers. So this one is pretty simple because we've got one decimal place here and one decimal place here. So to get rid of our decimal, we times them both by 10, because remember what you do to the one, you've got to do to the other. So if we times them both by 10, remove the decimal one place, remove the decimal one place, we're now left with 4 to 18. Now it's a ratio, which is what they wanted, but they said they wanted in the simplest form. So you've got to say, well, what goes into 4 that also goes into 18, and you'll come with 2 is to 9. I am going to put a video on next which will show you how to do that on your calculator, how to bring a ratio down to its simplest form. So you can look at that if you're not sure of how to do it. But the most important thing is get rid of your decimals. What you do to this side, you have to do to that side. And then get your ratio and then bring it down to the lowest. Let me show you my next example, which is a fraction. So in this one, you've got 3/4 and 3/5. Now, you can't compare quarters and fifths. They both have to be in the same fraction. So you get them to the equivalent, which best way to do it is times the bottom by 2 and make it out of 20. And remember, what you ever do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. You know how to do equivalent fractions. So there you go. You get 15 out of 20 because you times that by 4, and you get 12 out of 20 because you times that one by 3. I'm sorry, by 4, and you times that one by 3. I'm confusing you guys here. And you've now got 15 over. So now you've got 15 and 12 that you can work with. So we go 15 to 12. Great. Make that into a ratio. Fantastic. Is it the lowest? Look at my next video if you want to work out how you can get it to the lowest with a calculator. And there you go. You say, what goes into 15 and 12? Well, 3 does, and 3 goes in 5 times and 4 times. So your lowest ratio is 5 is to 4. So if it is a decimal, get the decimal out, change it into a ratio, bring it down to its lowest. If it's a fraction, make sure they are equivalent, change it into a ratio, get it down to its lowest. Cool. Let's do it.